Trisha girl, I have a strong feeling that this may be your one and only season. Was it worth it? Like, really, was it worth putting your business on blast? Was it? Because I feel like I don't know what kind of value the show's adding to your life. I'm just not sure if it was worth it. Look, we're going to get into it. My name is Shayna. This is Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 9, Episode 12's review. I'm sorry for the delay. Listen, it's snowing. I'm congested. I got tea right here. TikTok was banned, and then it wasn't. There's a lot that's been happening this week, and I had to gather my thoughts, get myself together. So I apologize for the delay. We're going to get back into it. I'm still working on trying to get remonetized. So if you can, help your girl out. If you're new here, if you're not and you haven't yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share the video where you can. It's free 99, and trust me, it's appreciated. So we start off with the Fletchers looking at a wedding venue, and they like, it's better than where they initially married, which was at the courthouse. Okay, where's this venue at? Because the streets was saying some things, okay? And I don't particularly like where this venue is located, okay, with Karen hosting. I don't think I like that. But okay, if you think that if it's where the streets are saying it was, I don't remember them saying that this was on a field where my ancestors were working. But if that happened to be the case, and you think this is better than the courthouse, that's debatable, okay? But anywho, two of their kids show up and they're like, oh, we missing one. And that's Chris Jr. Why are we acting like Chris' oldest daughter don't exist? Like, I don't like the way, I know there was, issues and things going on between y'all, but y'all did introduce her on the show. It was so much to the point where Ms. Nell was like, I don't do steps and that's my daughter and I love her. And then y'all got into it at the table like y'all was in the middle of Tyler Perry's Why Did I Get Married? And then all of a sudden, y'all, no more discussion? No, we just missing one child. And Chris Fletcher, for you to be doing that, acting like your daughter don't exist, and that's your biological child, you wrong. You wrong, and I don't know why the people was hyping him up, but I don't really see it for them like that. But anyway, Nell lost her mother on her anniversary. Like 5 years ago, they were supposed to be doing her 25th renewal, wedding renewal, vowel renewal. But her mother passed, I think, on her anniversary day. So this is like a tough time for her. That is a hard time to try to like celebrate your anniversary and grieve your mom at the same time. So, my condolences. My heart goes out to Miss Nell on that. So her oldest son, Lance, who's dealing with Destiny, he feel like they need to go visit grandma's gravesite and properly grieve and, rest in peace to her mother. So in the next scene, we see Trish. She takes her kids to a trampoline park to discuss co-parenting with their dad. And I'm like, what you mean co-parenting with their dad? Now, I could maybe see for the daughter because she's still like school age. The son is going off to college. Like, we co-parenting adults now. We need to discuss how we're going to co-parent grown people who's old enough to drive and go off and live on campus. Like, what are we saying? What are you talking about? Now, Trish's son looked just like her. I think he looks just like his mama. It's a nice little scene. But she was like, I filed for divorce from your dad. And the son was like, I've been thought you did that. And I'm like, the communication is just awful. Like, I know people don't want to tell their kids everything. The son's a little bit older. And I feel like if you having a conversation right now and you moved Ken in your house and they living with him and a daughter calling him dad, you should have been, kind of letting them know what's going on. Like, why haven't you filed? And everybody wants to know, why haven't you? I can understand if this was taking forever, if they had to like divvy up assets and they had to get a custody agreement in place and all that. Because first of all, custody, at least where I live, let me know if it's different where y'all live. But custody, child support, that's separate. And then if y'all got to divvy up assets and split up things and there's retirement, there's all this stuff coming into play, that would make sense. But y'all ain't been together in 5 years. Ain't nothing to split. Y'all don't even got to hire no lawyers. Y'all can get this squared away in mediation and move on. At least file. I'm not even asking to jump ahead. I just want to start with step one And that's filing the paper. And filing the paper was only $200. Trisha is an engineer. Girl, anyway. So her son asked, will she remarry after she ever decides how much she filed for divorce? No, you signed a paper in front of a notary, but you signed your sheet in front of the notary. Did Marquez sign his in front of the notary? And you still didn't file anything. So at this point, it's just a loose piece of paper. It don't mean anything. But she was like, nope, not anytime soon. Hell no. And then she's like, no, not yet. And girl, if you feel so strong, why are you with this man? Now, Ken ain't getting off scot-free. He part of the blame because why do you keep going after married women who are really like not fully available? Like you like that. You like that energy. You saying you want to get married, but there's plenty of single, available, free women out here who was willing to date you. But you wanted this one who's married and don't want to get divorced to avoid marrying you. Don't make no sense. She said she needs to not get married anytime soon to do some self-reflection. No, you need to reflect singly. Why can't people be single in between breakups and divorces and let one chapter close, reflect, then go out into dating? Like, you don't got to jump right back out to being with somebody. Like, people just act like they just can't be alone. You should have been doing that self-reflecting before you jumped into a new relationship. But, that's just my opinion. Who am I? Just saying what it don't seem like it's working. But whatever, I digress. So Miss Nell invites Trish over to, get all in her business. So they at Miss Nell's house. And Trish speaks on going to Martell's house because Miss Nell got straight to it. Like, what happened when you was over there at Melody's old house? Apparently, he thought it was some kind of therapy session. And according to Trisha, he was venting to her about Melody. This story is ever changing. This story is ever changing. This girl like to allegedly lie so much. Like, everything that come out her mouth, I don't believe anything she says. She's like the boy who cried wolf. Nothing she says is believable to me at this point, and I really don't even want to hear it anymore. I don't care because it's twists and turns every time. She can't even remember the lie. Write it down. If you're going to regurgitate it, make sure that because this stuff, the cameras is rolling, right? Okay, girl. So she said they also watched like half of a movie, but wasn't really watching no movie. No workout was being done, to our knowledge. But he was sitting up there talking about Melody, venting about Melody. Girl, it's giving you as a fan and you wanted a little piece, you wanted a little taste for yourself. But okay, I digress. That's just my speculation, okay? So Nell asks why Trish took so long to file the paperwork. Girl, what's taking so long till today's date? You still ain't filed till this very day. Now, I don't know. They're not divorced yet. So maybe she filed and it's in process, but at this point, it should be done already. It really don't take this long. It don't. And yes, I've gotten divorced. If you ain't splitting up no assets, it don't take that long. It don't. Marquez don't even live there. You can say, I don't know where he lived, and they will move it along. It's just excuses. So Trish explains how Marquez wanted to leave to find himself, and she was like, okay, hey, bye. I already got a new man waiting in the wings and a jump off on the side, girl. Say nothing but a thanks. See ya. And she said she was grieving losing loved ones. She lost parents and a sibling, and it was just so much at one time. She really wasn't in great detail. And she's breaking down, and Nell is consoling her, rubbing her back, and, it's like finding a relatable moment because she went through losing her mom. And so they, are relating on that. And while this is devastating, and I don't want to be insensitive, especially because Trisha said that Marquez told her she's too close to her family. That don't even make no sense to me. What you mean? How you going to tell this woman she's too close to her family? Mind you, they've been together since high school. And that's what you say when this go on? Because I'm sure her parents probably looked at him like a son. So that's nasty word. But however, how and ever, she never answered the question on why it took her 5 years to finally sign a divorce document that's never been filed, to my knowledge. What took so long to do that? She never answered the question. She started going into how she lost her family members and grief. But why didn't you file the paper? Like, okay, that happened, but at some point you couldn't make it to the courthouse and get this moving along. I'm just saying, I don't, but they bond. And next, Ken vents to his friend about Trisha. He's saying she's becoming defensive when he tried to have like serious discussions with her, and he really tired of like this whole situation, like basically feeling like he's being taken advantage of. Well, you wanted it. I mean, this is what you signed up for. So you wanted, you got it, okay? You get what you get, honey, at this point, because you signed up for it. And I remember him saying that he still was in the middle of something when he decided to, move forward with Trisha. So the friend is wondering if she's lying, like if she's lying about stuff, and she still loves Marquez. Because it's like you get defensive, you don't want to answer questions. Well, why not? What is the issue? Do you still have feelings? And does she? Because the time when the streets was doing their due diligence and saying that not even it hasn't been 5 years, because only 2 or so years ago, if I'm remembering it right, she was giving him acknowledgement on their wedding anniversary. So it's like, girl, something ain't adding up. But yeah, the friend said he's concerned. He's tired of him being like walked all over, and he's done this before, and this is what he do. And I wonder why Ken is like that. Like, I wonder more about his background and why he's the way he is. Like, why do you pick unavailable women who take advantage of you? What's this about? But okay. Miss Nell visits her mom's graveyard, the gravesite, with her kids minus the one. It was emotional. She was crying. It was, a lot to watch. I just felt a little uncomfortable. Like, I feel like I just shouldn't have been in the room. Like, we shouldn't be there. Like, we shouldn't have been a part of this. I don't think it was necessary to try. I guess they were trying to have like a heartfelt moment or show some realness on reality TV, but it was just a little too real for me. Like, I don't think we needed to get into that. Like, they could have showed that she went there. She could have discussed it or mentioned it. Really, I feel like Miss Nell should have gone. It's her first time going since her mother passed. She should have probably gone at it alone just to have that time and have that moment. But, you got your husband there. You got your kids there, the ones that you like. You got a camera crew in your face. That's a lot. That's too much. So we get into Miss Nell's bachelorette party. Then she's not there. Okay. The lady of the night didn't arrive as of yet, but Destiny, the so-called host, she there. Melody comes in, so Destiny on her phone and looking around and being anti. I just, how did she get the hosting position? I don't understand. So Mel was like, look, I can't stay long. I'm not going to be painting. Like, I got something to do with my kids. No surprise. Didn't think Melody was going to stay long anyway, but she showed up. So she won't get fined or whatever however it goes. Kimmy is low-key doing the hosting, and she asked Trisha if she spoke to Mel. And Trish was like, no, right away. Nope, I ain't talking to her. She don't like her, in my opinion. So Mel cuts to the chase and basically was like, do we have a problem? Okay, do you got a problem with me? Is there beef? And Trish feels like Melody was like instigating stuff at that barbecue and was messy at her house. Mel was a little messy at the house. I ain't gonna lie. Now, did Trish's husband include Melody into their mess and try to include anybody who would listen as a part of the cast? Any listening ear he could get into their business problem, their marital business, their family problems? Yes, he did. He went out and like sought out to include Melody into this, but Melody was being messy over there at that barbecue. It just, she was. The questions that they did the flashback that she was asking, she was getting the mess started. She's a producer. She had on her producer hat. So Trish didn't like that Mel insinuated that Trish still loves her current husband, because Melody was like, no, that's not your ex-husband. That's your current husband. As of today's day, you still married to him, girl. And I mean, well, you married until you're not, honey. It is what it ain't. No trying to justify, oh, we've been separate. You're still married to the man, period. But trying to give Trish the benefit of the doubt, like that doesn't mean you're in love with him. But at this point, the way she hemming and hawing and mumbling all about when she talk about this, do you still got feelings for him? Because I'm getting tired of it. Do you? Yes or no? But to do that at her children's events, that was a little messy. Then what really did it for me was Mel was like, it was a joke. Like, girl, no, it wasn't. That wasn't no joke. I hear no hint of sarcasm, no LOL afterwards, no nothing. You were serious. You were not joking. Like, just stand on it. Like, okay, I said what I felt. Like, that's what I was thinking at the time, Sorry if it offended you, but I said what I said. But don't be like it was a joke, because no, it wasn't. Mel was like, well, that's the case. Everybody messy. And everybody has been messy at some point. But girl, we ain't talking about everybody. Right now, we talking about you. We not talking about everybody. We talking about you right now. Okay. Then as they was going back and forth, they going back and forth. Girl, they done flashed over to the stripper or whoever she is, the body paint girl, sitting in the chair because she looking like, ooh, what? We seen the extras in the back. Like, why are we zooming in on these people? Let's focus on the people who's having the disagreement, the little tongue tussling that's going on right now. So after they get done, Destiny was like, look, this is about Miss Nell, so y'all need to chill. And Melody was like, Miss Nell is not even here. And I was with Melody, like, why are we talking about Mel? She's not here, so she got nothing to do with this. Let's finish this on out so we're done the conversation before she get here. But Destiny was like, we don't gotta have that energy in the room. When she walks in, she gonna feel it. Oh, girl, hush. As she's saying that, Sunny walk in with her lackluster self, and we get it to be continued, like we always do. But I hope we wrap it up. When is the reunion? Like, it's getting a little stale. We need a break and a recast, a cast shakeup. It's getting a little stale for me. I'm a little, I did the best I could with what I got, honey. If I miss anything, drop down in the comments. Let's discuss it. Be sure to like the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.